She's wearing her life to shreds in politics and not getting any result from it. I want to bring her to Bamfield and make her happy.
What does she say about all this?
She won't even discuss it. But she will. She'll come round. I'm very determined.
No, I know you are. And very wrong-headed at times, eh?
I have been, yes.
But not now. You're quite sure of yourself, huh?
As sure as I can be.
Well, I hope you get what you want, and it makes you just as happy as you think it will.
Thanks. And about Thursday?
Oh, no, I'm afraid that's quite out of the question.
Oh?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it simply won't do, will it?
May I ask why?
Oh, I'm surprised you should feel the need to ask. Oh, bless me, we can't have all those poor little toads doing double prep so they can stand on the touchline and cheer while their housemaster goes swanning off to see his girlfriend, can we? Oh, no, I want you out there with them, looking just as jolly, making just as much noise as me.
Yes, I see.
And furthermore, I shall be wanting to discuss some financial matters with you and Garside on Thursday evening, so that I don't make too much of a fool of myself at the governor's meeting on Friday.
Financial matters?
Oh, dear. David, you're going to have to realize a headmaster has to be a good deal more than a philosopher king. You can't get away from the sordid facts. Chaps pay to send their sons here. Buildings need keeping up. Boys have to be fed. Masters, butchers, groundsmen, all have to be paid. And on top of that, the books have got to balance. Now, I'm jiggered if I can understand Alcock's accounting methods, but I've got to get the hang of them. And so have you. Follow me?
Yes.
Good. You know, this headship isn't going to fall into your lap, old boy. You've got to work for it. Quite a lot of people have got to be convinced that you're the right man for the job.
You sound as if you're one of them. Oh, look, I'd better be getting back. I'm sorry if I embarrassed you by asking.
Never embarrasses me to say no, but I hope you don't want your book back. That wasn't a quid pro quo, was it?
No, of course it wasn't. I'll go. Give my apologies to Mrs. Harris.
I shall have to eat all those Welsh cakes myself now.
He hasn't gone, has he?
He has indeed. I'm afraid I sent him away with a flea in his ear.
No, why did you do that?
A curious turn of phrase, that, isn't it? Do you suppose once upon a time people actually went round putting fleas in one another's ears? Perhaps there's something about it in the Royal Tigress.
Algy, the question is of academic interest.
Considerable academic interest, yes, indeed.
What have you been saying to David?
I have been a martinet, a man of steel. Are there any more Welsh cakes?
Aren't you going to tell me?
He wanted to take a day off in midweek to go and see his young woman in Billhampton, and I told him it was quite out of the question. He was not a little put out.
Must have been very important to him.
I think his little political firebrand is leading him a dance, or else he's leading himself a dance.
Now, how would anyone lead himself a dance, I wonder?
From what he tells me about her, she won't be satisfied until she's Prime Minister, at least. She's going to lead her own life. Our David is simply a diversion.
Our David? We don't own him, Algy. It's his life, irritating as that may be to you, my dear.
Oh, well, at least I own his Thursday afternoons, as I felt bound to point out to him. With some relish, I admit. Oh, dash me buttons. I will not have him expecting the headship of Bamfield handed to him on a plate. He's got to want it more than anything else in the world, and he's got to deserve it as well.
Algy, you do still think he'll make a good headmaster, don't you?
Of course I do. I've always thought that. But ever since this feud with Alcock, he seems to be taking off in all sorts of directions. He's got to settle down again. Oh, dash it. Why can't the fella be more like himself?
The headship of Bamfield is the most important job in the world to you, isn't it?
Yes, of course it is. And so it should be for him if he wants to get it. He's got to make his mind up, Ellie. He can go away and write his books or be a politician's consort. Good luck to him if it makes him happy, but he's a born schoolmaster. Dash it, I had to wait 20 years for this job. If he wants it, he's jolly well got to work his socks off.
I declare the votes to be cast as follows. Barnett, James Alexander, 3,320. Forster, Christine Hilda Edgerton, 6,182. Simmons, Humphrey, 12,442. I therefore declare that Humphrey Simmons has been elected Member of Parliament for Billhampton.
Gentlemen, I'm afraid we shall have to restrict the building program. We've agreed that the fees can't be raised at the present time. We've already drawn heavily on the generosity of the old boys.
They're splendid fellows, the old boys, but I do sometimes wish they were older old boys and richer old boys.
Right.
You know, if young Chetwynd doesn't get his fully qualified laboratory assistant very soon, we may lose him. As a Cambridge double first, he knows his own value.
Oh, I don't go much on these chaps who are all out for advancement. 2 years here, 3 years there.
I do believe that he would like to stay, Sir Rufus.
If we can find a way of bribing him, eh?
Well, Mr. Powlett-Jones has been working on a possible solution, Sir Rufus.
So I understand. Well, perhaps we could hear from him now.
I've been looking into the use we make of the school during the summer.
Don't make any use of it, do we?
No, that's my point. A handful of boys stay on, but they have to be fed and supervised.
Oh, you're not suggesting we turn them out, I hope?
No, on the contrary, I'm suggesting that we set up summer courses at the school.
What sort of courses?
Courses in English language and institutions for students from abroad. I believe we could get applicants from Europe and even further afield.
By Jove, you know, that's a corker. That's absolutely splendid. There must be thousands of wealthy foreigners who'd give their eye teeth to say they'd been to an English public school. And good for Bamfield, too. The Athens of the Southwest.
Smacks of sharp practice to me.
I wouldn't have anything to do with it, Sir Rufus, if it were simply a money-making venture. I think we could set up a first-class course. I wouldn't have suggested it otherwise.
Tutor in charge, DJ Powlett-Jones, M.A., author of The Royal Tigress.
I'd be glad to set up the scheme if the governor's approved.
Oh. Gosh,
Well, I've been over